Hello, I'm Brian Downs. This is a republic if you can keep it. Welcome back to the channel. It's July 13th, 2025, about 3:30 in the afternoon in Orlando, Florida. Let's talk for a minute about Rosie O'Donnell. So, President Trump has again proved that he is unfit for the office of the presidency or public service of any kind, and he is steadily descending into demented insanity. Rosie O'Donnell, of course, is a retired media figure, entertainer, comedian, talk show host. She has also been a critic of President Trump in his first and second administration. Not too long ago, she made a public statement via social media criticizing government cuts to emergency services, weather prediction services, and so on, which led, in not very much time at all, to great loss of life in Texas during the flash floods there. More than 160 people killed at my last reading, at least 100 still missing, many of the dead being children from a summer camp. Rosie O'Donnell says Trump's administration is to blame. Rosie O'Donnell has a perfect First Amendment right to say this. Rosie O'Donnell also, incidentally, is right. President Donald Trump then fires off a social media post, obviously written by himself, in his usual fashion. As President of the United States, he doesn't consult with anybody. He doesn't have a team who, makes him seem semi-literate. No, he just fires off whatever he's thinking in the moment, like a child with a brain tumor. And he says that Rosie O'Donnell is a threat to humanity. Like the tagline from the poster for a science fiction film, a threat to humanity, the former talk show host Rosie O'Donnell. And he is considering revoking her American citizenship. Well, Rosie O'Donnell was born in New York State, unfortunately to Irish Americans. Unfortunately for her. I can say this because of my last name. It's funny when you make jokes about your own race. Anyway, let's not get distracted. Point is, Rosie O'Donnell is a natural-born American citizen, born and raised in the United States. In recent years, she's been living in Ireland. She has cultural roots there. No one on planet Earth has the legal ability to strip Rosie O'Donnell of her citizenship. Certainly not the President of the United States. Not Congress. Not anyone. If Rosie O'Donnell were to be found guilty of trying to build an atomic bomb in a storage unit outside of Poughkeepsie, she would certainly go to prison for the rest of her life. But she could not, even under those circumstances, be stripped of her U.S. citizenship. This is not possible. And yet Donald Trump says, I'm going to think about stripping a retired talk show host of her U.S. citizenship because she said some things about my administration with which I don't agree. She exercised her First Amendment right. And now Donald Trump says, maybe we'll just strip her of her citizenship. This, of course, is Trump all over. He says he will do things, and then he pretends to do them that are outside of the power of the presidency. He just hurls himself against every restraint and barrier designed as a safety rail into our multi-party, multi-branch system of government. And then he waits for a court to tell him that he's committed a crime, and then he complains that the courts are being mean to him because they don't allow him to do whatever he wants. And Donald Trump, the toddler who wants to stuff his own mouth while having his ass kissed, feels that what he, President of the United States, should spend his time doing is threatening Rosie O'Donnell's citizenship because she, one woman, has expressed an opinion to which he does not take, with which he does not agree. Ludicrous, shameful, ridiculous. Every day this man proves that he is unfit for the presidency. And that his ability to, air quotes, think is disintegrating. He should be removed from office. He should be impeached, of course, for his many crimes. See my other videos on those subjects. He should be removed from office on the basis of the 25th Amendment. He is no longer capable of even pretending to perform his duties because he's descending into dementia, into a place where he thinks that he should personally threaten an individual American for disagreeing with him. That's not how we do it in the land of the free.